For staying with News 3, an area family finding some closure tonight after a Korean War soldier is laid to rest.
In 1993, North Korea turned over 33 boxes containing the remains of what was believed to be U.S. servicemen. 25 years later, a Grant County family got a call saying they had a match. Rose Schmidt shares their story from Lancaster.
It took 68 years for Army Corporal Leonard Purkapile to make it back from the Korean War to his home here in southwestern Wisconsin. It's the last stop on Leonard Purkapile's trip home.
Ready, step.
A soldier back on American soil.
It's a privilege to be honoring a man that's been away from us since 1950.
Veterans salute.
Present. Oh.
Music plays. But getting to this moment took almost 70 years. Leonard was only 26 when he was determined missing in action.
It means an awful lot to the family to be able to bring their lost one back home.
That family watching him peacefully laid to rest.
I'm glad now we finally got closure.
And finally getting answers.
My mom always thought that he got shot down and didn't know if he was alive, dead, out there somewhere alive, had amnesia.
Lisa Rao has heard stories about her grandpa.
This is the bones that they found.
But it's not the same as sharing family memories.
You know, you see all these other kids that have grandpas and grandmas where they can do things with, and so I kind of wish, I had that, but...
Lisa's mom, now in her 60s, was just a year old when Leonard died.
She never had a real dad.
The military sent this letter to Lisa's grandma, Leonard's wife, decades ago. She passed away in 2012.
And I wish my grandma was alive to see this because she kept saying it's never going to happen.
Family members took DNA tests in the 90s in hopes of positively identifying his remains. But Lisa's grandma was still skeptical.
Back when they did the DNA, she says, I don't know why we're going out of our way to do this because it's not going to happen.
But it did happen. And now Leonard and Janice are reunited at last.
Mom still had her remains and stuff, and so she's actually going to be in the casket with my grandpa.
From North Korea to his remains shipped to Hawaii, now back in his home state, Leonard's journey is finally complete. Today, more than 7,000 Americans still remain unaccounted for from the Korean War. And maybe someday those soldiers will be reunited with their families, just like Leonard. In Lancaster, I'm Rose Schmidt for WISC News 3.
Purkapile's name is recorded on the corpse of the missing at a cemetery in Honolulu, along with others who are missing from the Korean War. A rosette will be placed next to his name to show that he has now been accounted for.
Several